My name is Miss Garcia. I'm the digital audio teacher. I really don't need this, so I don't know why I'm using it. But I'd like to welcome you all to our launch. We are very, very excited. Before I begin, I want to introduce you to some of our students. Come on over, guys. Yay. This is Makai right here. Well, I'll let you all introduce yourselves. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm Makai Montemayor.
And I'm Michael Fitzgerald.
I'm John Travis.
These are my morning kids, the ones that could be with me this morning. So I'll go ahead and let them go start the ceremony. Here you go, guys. Go ahead and begin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Fitzgerald. I'm a junior at Harlingen South.
Hello, my name is Makai Montemayor, and I'm also a junior at South.
Before I talk to you about this amazing program, I'd like to thank the Board of Trustees,
the HCISD Senior Team,
MACA's Advisory Committee,
Harlingen Area Educational Foundation,
and the guests. I got into this program by a complete accident. I was in the counselor's office at South for a new endorsement elective. I didn't know what to pick until, sorry about that. Yeah. Until she came across digital audio here at MACA. I chose it randomly, not knowing a thing about the program. However, after a week into the class, I quickly became very fond of it. Now my future college career aspirations are getting a major in media arts and a minor in music composership. I aspire to produce and create music for the world and hopefully teach students one day.
I got into this program because about 2 years ago I started to DJ, and while I was doing this for about 2 years, I got interested in doing radio and radio DJing and figured that if I wanted to look for a career, I'd do it in radio. I transferred out from health professions, and when I was going through the elective list at South, I came across digital audio and video tech. Both kind of came together, like music, and I kind of need help with audio. And so I marked it off on my elective list, and now I'm here studying much more than I would have thought I would have figured out on my own if I try to somehow learn how to do radio. I'm still not entirely sure on what I want to do when I get to college or university, but I do know that I want to pursue a career in radio and work in the radio industry. We're good.
All right, let's introduce our guest speakers, please.
That's you.
And first up, we're going to have Jay Cantu come up and speak to y'all. He works for iHeartRadio. So give him a round of applause.
Good morning. I am a manager for iHeartMedia here, which is WOW 104 KTEX, KISS FM, and 1700. I also manage the Corpus Christi stations as well. We are the second most powerful medium in the United States right now, second to television. Social media right behind us, growing every day. We are a $15 billion empire every year. That's on 2017 statistics. But the way radio, who remembers Midnight Magic on B104? Don't date yourselves. Ms. Garcia was part of that as well.
I was asleep.
Anyway, so that's kind of changed a little bit. Radio as we know it in the last 5 to 10 years, just because of the way we get our medium out, our message out, has just changed. We used to have jocks 24/7 on the air. We had to have jocks all the time. For every single station, 5 or 6 jocks. We got weekend jocks, all kinds of jocks. Now it's completely flipped. The backside, the people who actually put everything together, is 2 or 3 times the amount of people that we have on the air, because we have Ryan Seacrest now, which takes jobs, Mario Lopez. So not to say that the content doesn't have to be good. It has to be very, very good for our ratings to be high. But the people behind the scenes now has grown exponentially. We have IT people, graphic people, website people. And the reason is because online listening now, we have about 40% of our daily listening is online. The rest of it is on your car. We don't have boom boxes anymore. Don't date yourselves again. So it's all through the phone, through the apps, through we have our Heart Radio app, which we have about 1,000 different radio stations. Here in the Valley, we have about 100,000 people listening to it all the time. So again, it is not just a radio, like he says, I want to be the jock. It's not the jock thing anymore. Us as a radio business, we are on TV now. Those little messages you see when you're listening to On Demand, those little 30 seconds, we sell those as well. Those annoying messages you see on Facebook in the middle of your video, that's us as well. So it's not only the radio business, that's why our name got changed to iHeartMedia, because it's just a medium of different things that you can do when you are trying to get into the radio business as well. It is growing. We are growing every year, but we're growing into different avenues now, not just the regular on-air, regular terrestrial radio that you hear all the time. It's just not about selling commercials or listening to commercials or the music anymore. It's just about entertainment, and we got to use a umpteenth number of ways that we can reach from our millennials to us. So anyway, I'm glad that we have places like this where our kiddos can get a little taste of what's going on in the radio business, and we're here, our representatives, to kind of give them the real world aspect of what happens once you get out of the studio, what the studio meant for us 10 years ago. It's a whole different aspect now. And we're glad we're here. In anything we can help as well. We're Valley folk, and we want our kiddos to succeed. So thank you very much for coming out today.
Thank you, Mr. Cantu. Now I'd like to introduce the superintendent of the Harlingen Public School District, Arturo Cavazos.
I'll start by saying I want Jay's voice. That's what I want. I aspire for that. So I want to congratulate the two students. It's really exciting for me as a superintendent and all the staff that is here when students say, I stumbled across this program. What we want to be known for is that the programs exist. And so whether you stumble across it or you plan strategically to get into the programs, our hope is that these kind of programs flip the switch and really get you into that moment of maybe this is what I want to pursue. We can't do this work alone. And so I want to pause for a moment and recognize the members of our Harlingen Area Educational Foundation. If you can please stand, ladies. Give them a big hand because they have provided, thank you ladies, they have provided the funding for this to become a reality. So I really appreciate that. And so it should bring you warmth in this cold day to find that it's kids like this that are coming across opportunities because they're innovative grants that you all are funding and fundraising for, that they are given an opportunity to really get into their space of what they want to do. I also want to recognize Shane Strubart. He's my Director of Public Relations and Community Engagement, and he's responsible, give him a hand. He's responsible for photoshopping the pictures of the superintendent. No te rías, sir, no te rías. And I also have a couple of people here that I also want to recognize. I have my Chief Financial Officer, Julio Cavazos is here with me today. I also have my Administrator for Organizational Development, Veronica Corton. If you're looking for a job, my Director of Talent Acquisition is here, Jen Herrera. Stand up, Jen, they need to know who you are. I have Dalia Garcia, my Administrator for Performance Outcomes. Thank you, Dalia, for all the work you do. And other members of my team are also here. I also want to focus on the fact that this Media Arts Communication Academy was a dream. It was a thought that we could create a district classroom for students to come and do junior, senior level programs and get real authentic learning experiences. And wow, here we are a few months out, a year and a half out, and it continues to grow and gain momentum. And that's only possible with the people that are dedicated to making this an exceptional program. I will say that this is only one of several programs that we have across the district. And what's unique about those programs is that we want kids to get authentic learning experiences while they're moving into their college and career days. We want kids to be college, career, and community ready. And the only way that can happen is if we give them real life experiences. So I encourage additional partners to get involved in HCISD, join our journey. We continue to look forward to these kinds of programs and creating moments and memories for our students. And the fact that, what was your name again, young man? Mackay. How do you spell that, Mackay? In case they're writing a story. That's what I thought. No, go ahead.
Makai.
So Mackay, when he said, I'm not certain what I want to do when I grow up and when I get into the industry, I will tell you this, that whatever he decides to do, his ability to communicate, to collaborate, to think critically, and be creative are going to serve him well. And so my highest hopes is that you find your dreams and your passions. I also encourage the entire community to always think about the memories that we're creating, that we're living in a moment in time when we create memories for kids. Let's not look back at our journey and just dream of what we could have done. Let's get it done. Let's get together and give the best experiences for our HCISD kids. And remember, in Harlingen, in case he's recording over there, we apenas prendió la camera, sir, no, hombre. In Harlingen, we reach, we aspire, and we dare to be, because we are HCISD. Thank you, guys.
I'd like to thank you all again for making all of this possible, especially our superintendent. And I'm going to introduce our last speaker for today, Ms. Garcia.
All right, guys, so it is almost time to officially launch it out. Again, I would like to say thank you very much for all the support we have, especially Mr. Strubart, the countless emails I've sent to Mr. Strubart. Oh, my goodness. I was the cause of that, guys, all right? And, of course, HAPE, because without them, this would not have been possible. And, of course, our school board, Dr. Cavazos, for believing in a vision and allowing our kids to get out there and reach for those real world experiences. As Mr. Cantu says, radio is forever changing. I was doing it for 23 years, and we're hoping to get into every aspect. We're just starting right now. This is a baby. As we progress later on, hopefully we will be able to take on more of the marketing aspect, work with everybody across the district, bring in those younger kids also to show them, hey, this is completely possible, and this is what we have, and this is what you could learn. So again, we are very, very thankful and very excited to have you here, and we look forward to your continued support and hoping that this program grows, and so will our students. Again, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. All right. So we have a contest.
Marianne,
Yes,
what
sir.
was your radio name?
Marianne.
Was
Yes, it was. Let me tell you, I know. 23 years. Miss Marianne. I've known Miss Belinda. How long have I known? I don't know. 2 years. And we would sit in there. She would come into my studio, so it's great because she knows the type of individual I am and what I want to show these kids. And we would sit there and we would edit and let's go and get it done. And Mr. Cantu, come here. Mr. Cantu, he's been in radio with me as well. So it's very exciting when you all join these committees and you all come in here, because we will bring you in for podcasting, surprise, just so our kids can have that experience and being able to work with you and better understand, okay, what do you do out there in the real world? Yeah. What do I need to do to adapt to become better and grow and become successful in the real world? And that's what we want to show, our students at this academy. That's what we're about, and that's what us as teachers are shooting for, because who doesn't want to know, hey, you know what, my kiddo's out there in New York and he's on the radio, and hey, you know what, I've done this, I'm this success story, and most importantly, that they came from HCISD. So definitely that is something that we are very, very excited about.
I got Marianne's stories.
Oh.
You guys already just did.
There are plenty of Marianne stories, but let's not go over that right now. So,
We're not looking back.
we're looking forward. All right. So, does anybody have any questions on our radio
Can you
station?
tell them where they can find the station?
You can find our radio station. We have a page, hcisd.org/KHGN radio. We are starting off online, as I said. Later on in the future, we hopefully plan to get a channel on the FM dial. Surprise, Mr. Cavazos. And grow from there. And we'll have an opportunity to broadcast, maybe do a couple of underwriting things for our students, to bring in and show them how to get revenue, how to market, how to do digital media and all that fun stuff. So definitely it is something that can grow into something a lot bigger. We are just starting, and very excited, very excited. Anybody have any other questions? No? All right. So, girls, do we have a countdown? Do we want to count down? Is our countdown there?
We have it now.
We have it now. Miss G left. Is it on? Those little awkward moments. All right, so again, we're catering to all audiences. We will be playing music, different types of music on here, not only from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and so on and so forth. Kids will be able to do public service announcements and hopefully get out in the community and bring the community into our studios as well.
That's right. That's right, Anita.
You've been waiting for it, and it's finally here. KHGN Radio, a student-run station. Online all the time. KHGN Radio.